Messianic.
Keep it clean, for fuck's sake. With the family show.
Bloody well hope we're not a family show. Are you going to Ardbeg next? Give him hell! I love chatting to Colin, and the reason that I am obsessed with the whiskey process is because of him.
And then he's like rocking out, singing away to the music, and I'm like, see, put that in, mate, so that stays in here.
Is there anything good to say about your man Colin?
What, my brother? Oh, Colin, you know what?
Oh,
People do mention this. He is a lovely person.
But
Colin, of course, Colin Gordon is the manager of Ardbeg Distillery. He's my big brother, and he is top notch. We have a bit of sibling rivalry. Even his daughter, little Ailey, who's 7, when we go into the house, she's like, I've given you both clues to find treasure, and you need to make the best whiskey on Islay. And we have an absolute blast. He was working at the Port Ellen Maltings. He invited me to get a job in Islay. I have nothing but good things to say about him.
Cracking guy.
And he loves working at Ardbeg now.
I saw him today, had a chat today.
I mean,
he actually said to me, he says, Colin, he says, we're a dying breed. He said, don't get many
the
Collins
Collins.
now.
He's all about saving the Colin. If you want to name your kid Colin,
do it.
Do it.
I've named all my kids Colin.
All over the world.
Yeah, all over the world. All over the world.
I honestly, like, obviously, he is my brother, and I know it's nothing but bias. The way he speaks about whiskey, he's like, you know, when you smell your whiskey, breathe in, and while you're breathing in, lower your glass and you smell different notes. He's had training from the likes of Dave Broom. He is high up in Glenmorangie. He worked for Lagavulin for 8 years. He is just, I love chatting to Colin, and the reason that I am obsessed with the whiskey process is because of him.
He spearheaded you, sort of.
100%. Like, yeah. I applied
you
to
almost
Bowmore.
said spearheaded then.
Yeah.
That's what I did say.
Well, a bit slurred, but you almost sounded like that.
I've had some alcohol.
Alcohol.
When Colin was here and I applied for my job at Bowmore, he lived in the Port Ellen house, in a Diageo house. You know, it's the only reason I managed to come here, because he had a spare room for me to live in. I lived with him for 1.5 years, bless his soul.
You, Colin, and the pandas, was it?
Yeah, me, Colin, Rosie and the kids. But you know what? Like, yeah, it's funny when I have a tour of people and I'm like, oh, you're going to Ardbeg next? Give him hell! And I just joke but like, Colin is absolutely one of the most knowledgeable people I know.
Cracking
He's
bloke.
an absolute legend, and people do love him because he is a really
he is genuinely
lovely
a nice guy with it, you know.
And
some distillery managers are standoffish and they don't. That's like, yeah, that's the customers. I just make whiskey. I'm not interested in people.
I've heard of people like that.
Yeah, exactly.
But Cole's just great.
Colin,
He's just lovely with everybody. Oh, yeah, they got the burger van, the Airstream at Ardbeg now. They got all the like rock music playing out of there. There's customers there all sat around eating, and he's like rocking out, singing away to the music, and I'm like, see.
He is like he's a class boy. Even when I was young, when I was about 5, 6, Colin, of course, he started his career doing a degree in zoology. Can you believe this?
Oh,
you know
panda keeper. No.
He was a panda keeper. And when we were young, we used to take out his dissection kit and dissect moths and mice that had naturally died, of course, and look after them under my microscope.
Yeah, of course, is.
I know.
You added that like it was an add-on to cover your tracks.
Cover your tracks. Is that
Yours,
what I felt?
He was the sibling that probably I had the most in common with. See, Colin, he worked at the Birkhead Maltings before he came to the Port Ellen Maltings, and even then, Birkhead is a massive industrial maltings. We're talking 60 tons at a time. And you know, it was, you couldn't go and visit it, but he took me around the maltings, and I was at the time rapidly trying to process and think of questions to ask him at the end of the day. And it was classic. Everything you could see right through to the bottom floors, corrugated floors, not visitor friendly at all. But that probably inspired my big thing in maltings, which is why I applied specifically for Bowmore Distillery and the floor maltings, which got me into whiskey altogether. I have only...
Can I interrupt you a second?
I've only got good things to say about Colin.
Can I just interrupt you 1 second? Rodders, when you play this back to do your editing, look at your fucking face. All the time Cat's talking to you like this, you're like... He's pulling on his faces. He's fascinated by what you're saying, but the facial expressions, it's like he's...
That's not helpful, fucking Colin.
I like talking about the sibling rivalry. It's good fun to talk about. Colin knows more than anyone I know. And
Okay.
he also has had the chance to rub shoulders, and it's funny, you know, my pal said, oh my god, Colin knows this person, you need to get me in touch with him, and I mentioned him to Colin, and I was like, I don't know, I don't remember everyone I've met.
There's nobody,
These like
there's nobody
huge
to fucking
big whiskey folk that Colin's like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he's also, he's a lovely human, and the thing is, he says himself, he was never meant to go into management. He loves people. He loves making people happy, and management is not his friend.
Can I say that? Can I say that? That
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet, but I'll say this: the tour guiding thing, right?
Yes.
We all did. Even you, Colin. Put some effort into learning some shit about whiskey.
Did I?
Yeah, I remember you did so.
Okay.
And
Do you know whiskey's made from unicorn hair?
I've heard.
it's into a void. And I remember.
Deep, isn't it?
No, I remember a whole 2 minutes ago where I had this flare up in myself. I was like, oh, the connections are flawless. I'll say a thing. I have no idea what I was trying to say when I started talking.
I also consider myself so lucky. Because of Colin, I got this. You heard me talk about the phenol. I want to be part of that.
Fucking clown. Absolute clown. He's talking serious for 10 minutes just to say, I can't remember what I was going to say. 10 minutes we had to listen to that. I love it when he's had a drink. He's a muppet.
I know. Rodney is one of my favourite humans on this earth.
10 fucking minutes you took then. Just to say I don't know what I was going to say.